good evening. So I thought, you know what, let me just make it easy on myself. I know what I gotta do tomorrow, and I know if I do this now, which is 2 o'clock in the morning, tomorrow I can, you know, start things earlier. You get me, right? You get what I'm saying, right? So I'm here at 2 o'clock watching the rest of episode 7, my favourite number of Married at First Sight. The one that I started earlier on, I'm continuing now. Then I'm going to watch today's one tomorrow, hopefully during the day sometime. I don't know when it's going to be, but it's going to be sometime tomorrow. Okay, guys? I've just finished watching part 6, and it was the honesty task for Belle and Pat, and they both ranked each other first and everything, but you could just tell they haven't, I feel like they haven't been told this from anybody before, so it's like, it looked, they were very flattered, but at the same time it looked like did they actually believe that each other are telling the truth, kind of like thing. So that was lovely to see, because it just seems like they're just in the same boat and everything, if that makes sense. So that was beautiful and lovely to see. And then there was Coco and Sam. And Sam was ready to go first. He was like, me, I'll go first. I want to tell you what I think of you more honestly than I've told you already. I want to do that. So the best for him was Alana. And Jake was top for Sam. And I've written something here. It's going to bug me if I don't remember, and it was juicy information. But my handwriting is just not allowing me to read it. That's because beauty has always been highlighted. I don't know what I wrote there. Anywho, and then he put Coco 4th. But Coco was like, no, I'm going to tell my man what I really think of him pictorially. That's how I'm going to tell him. Because my man's been rude all throughout, and I've just been biting my tongue. So let me do it pictorially. So what did she do? She put him last 4th. 4th last. I don't know how you put it. And my man couldn't take it. He looked a bit agitated. It was like, what? I mean, I wouldn't have put myself there, but if you wouldn't put yourself there, that's fine. But anyway, you're a woman anyway, so if I was to tell you the truth, you'll get hurt. But I told you the truth, but I'm more hurt than you. It's what I saw. That's what I saw. He was more hurt than Coco was. Like, are you jealous? Or is it just you think highly of yourself, so you expect her to think highly of you, even though you've been rude to her? Which one is it, guy? Which one is it? Because at the moment, we're not getting where this emotion's coming from. Because it felt like, yeah, girls hurt my heart. I mean, I've told her that she's not really my type. But how dare her tell me I'm not her type and she'll put me 4th? How dare her? And he just said it. The way I just said it in my own way, he said it in his own way as well. But we could all tell what he was like. What was that about? So anyway, that's it. That's all that's happened. It's quite funny to see though, when the shoe's on the other foot, how you feel. You know what I'm saying? When the shoe's on the other one. All of the givings that you've been given, can you take it and accept it? But clearly you can't. But anyway, we'll see what I want. I wrote something here. It's so annoying that I don't remember what I wrote. Stings because, when Sam was like, oh, it stings for a woman to be told how she looks and all of this stuff. No, he was saying that for a woman, it's important what people think of their appearance. And I wrote, in response to that, it only stings or it hurts because I think he used the word, he must have used the word sting. I would never use the word sting. That's why I couldn't bloody read it. But stings because a woman's beauty is always highlighted, and there's always there's a ranking of beauty. And so when a woman is with somebody, subconsciously, you'll think if they were to grade you not grade you, but rank you on a lower remit or a high remit, whatever, you've got your own standards of beauty. So you're comparing what he said to that standard that you're looking to, achieve. Do you guys see? So if he doesn't see it in you, it's like you're not only thinking about the way you look yourself, you're thinking about the way you look based on what media, societal messages has told us is beauty. Do you get what I mean? I hope I know I'm making sense, guys. You guys know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I mean? So I can get what he means when he's saying that, it affects women more, but at the same time, it might affect women more, but it affects Sam exactly the same or even more than the women that he's talking about. Because you could just feel the sting that he was stinging. He felt very much of this sting. It was just a sting fest. Like, you ranking me 4th last? Huh? Are you taking a mic, darling? Anyway, let's move on, guys. I'll see you in the next part because I don't want to be here forever. I don't want to do that again. See you in a bit.
If you can honestly sit there and go, Sam, that's where I think you go.
Yes.
I'll say, you know what? Fine, that's cool.
Okay, honestly, that's where I think you go.
This is absolutely amazing. This behaviour, I just want you to just watch this with me because I'm like, what?
A little bit childish. I think it was a little bit of a...
Sam has been ripping into Coco, telling her everything about her that he doesn't like. Sam has been doing that from honeymoon times. They're now living together. He's quick to be like, me? I want to start this game first. Let me tell you what I think about you. And it's okay how honest I want to be. Coco has done the same. My man's getting emotional about it. And obviously, we haven't seen how he's been talking to her, but we've seen snippets. And those snippets that we've seen is like, if that's what he is like on the daily with her, and she's been able to just hold it back or hold it down, she's a strong woman. But she was like, nah, she's not yet. You know what? I haven't even finished watching it. Sorry. And it's gone. I just wanted to watch it together because I'm in shock with the fact that he's now going to her to be like, you don't think I'm attractive? But you've told her to her face. What? Hold on. Let me just play this again because this is fantabulous. Oh, gosh. And it's gone into adverts. Why?
Your dominoes will be with you before you find
Oh, don't tell me starting from the beginning again. Oh no, it's gone to bloody... Hold on.
Upstairs, Coco is pleased to put a stressful day behind her. But Sam has something he wants to get off his chest.
When we did the hot or not rating, Coco put me bottom 4. I think that was a little bit childish. I think it was a little bit of a swipe. Hello.
Hello, sweetie, how are you?
I'm good, you?
Good.
I'm not going to cop that. How'd you feel about today's challenge, the hot or not hot? Me in the bottom 4? I think, I mean, putting me bottom 4, I don't think that's what you really, where you would have put me. I think that was a little bit of a,
Bit of a what?
Like, it was like an attack on you?
let's not call it an attack. I think it was a little bit of a cheap shot, yeah. But if that's your honest opinion, I don't care. But I thought it was a little bit of a cheap shot.
Huh?
That's me being honest again.
So, but like, why aren't I allowed to have
You
my
are.
opinions on what I find
You are.
attractive? Like, why does it have to be an attack on you?
Exactly.
Or you put me under Rusty.
Yeah, because I find him like a beautiful human being.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I don't understand how you can sit there and you can make all of the comments that you've made.
Yes,
About
Coco.
me. You don't like my body. You don't like my shape. You find Alana attractive. All of this stuff.
Yeah.
And then have a dig at me about, like, oh, you put me in the bottom 4. And then, like,
We're just having a conversation about it.
don't cut me off.
Don't, yeah.
No, I'm just saying, we're just having a conversation. I'm
Okay.
not having a go at you.
Okay.
You are having a go at her, so don't passively aggressively say it.
We're not
Because
even
you
making
are.
a big deal out of this.
Big deal?
We're just having a conversation.
Wow.
And this is it. I'm you're allowed to literally rip on me for the past 2 weeks. I have not said one thing negatively about you. Say to me, I've never, ever said anything. about your physical appearance.
Yes, Coco, tell him. And you've got the audacity. One time she said something.
The essence of everything that I am. And the one day I put you in a lineup. Don't say that you think I was taking a cheap shot.
Thank you. Tell him. She's vexed. She knows how to control herself. She's very vexed. He's smirking though.
If you can honestly sit there and go, Sam, that's where I think you go.
Yeah.
What?
So you know what? Fine, that's cool.
Okay, honestly.
There's something that's not right. He still wanted confirmation after all of that. And he's got a smirk on his face.
I like my physical appearance.
Do you not like my physical appearance?
I'm just so done with it.
What was that laugh about? That's very sinister.
Who does Sam think he is?
Good, go, move, yeah.
That was literally the angriest I've gotten ever.
Wow, okay. Guys, it's over. Doing the maths is over, finally. I've watched it from the beginning for about 1 o'clock. No. 2 o'clock this afternoon. I finally finished it. And in the meantime, I've gone out, come back. I thought, let me just finish it. I mean, while I've decorated myself small, just a little decoration. Small. You know what I mean? Let me just finish it now. And I'm just perplexed, and I just cannot believe what I've just watched. And I cannot believe someone can be so self-centered and not be considerate about what he's been saying to somebody all these times, and that person has not retaliated any way, and now she's been given the opportunity to retaliate, but in an honest way. And she even said she held back because she said that she would have put him last. Yeah. Then you have the audacity, after ripping into her appearance, giving her audit about how she looks and what he likes and what he doesn't like on her. She's done the same thing, but honestly and through a challenge. And you've got the audacity to come and challenge her. About, are you sure that that's where you would want to put me? Are you sure it's just because I'm not feeling you? That's why you're saying you're not feeling me? Because you're meant to be feeling me. So why did you put me forth? What? And then it's like he doesn't believe her. And that laugh, like, that's literally disregarding any form of fiber of anything he's ever said to her. He doesn't have any type of a heck in regards to being remorseful about any of it, because he stands by everything, but she shouldn't stand by putting him forth. Nah, sir, that's another form of behaviours or mentality. It really is. That's another mentality there, because nah. But let me just move on to someone else, because yeah, that was a long thing. You lot saw what I saw, or heard what I saw anyway. So Mel and Bryce, there was a little bit of tension initially between them, because Bryce was honest and said where he thought her attraction was, basically. But to be fair, he was making sense. Listen, he's coming to the process. He doesn't want to be mollycoddling or sweet-talking nobodies. He wants to be as honest as he can be. And that's what he says he has been. Do you get what I mean? So the fact that now he sees her in 4th place, he's trying to say that the whole package, and that's what I was telling you guys, the whole package. It doesn't have to be an instant attraction. It doesn't even have to be a sexual attraction in the beginning. It doesn't have to be. It can build. You can build up through getting to know somebody. If that's the type of relationship you want, I have to always add that caveat, because I don't want to be pushing anybody's heteronormative something on somebody if that's nobody that wants that. But that's, I'm just talking if it's in a polyamorous one, if it's in a heterosexual one, if it's in a swingers one, if it's in a queer one, if it's in a, I'm forgetting all the different types of partnerships. I'm forgetting them. But you get me. I've said some. All them things there. All those relationships there. It still should have some sort of foundations. You just want honesty in all of that. Do you get what I mean? You want the person to be honest. And these are just the common grounds that should always be in every type of relationship. It's part of the principles of sexual health. Being honest with each other, having shared common values. Consent is the number one. Consent is number one. Consent is number one. And being non-exploitative. Do you get what I mean? mutual pleasure. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, sexual health. So having the type of protection that you want to be using, preventing things from happening, that's by being responsible in terms of, you know, taking care of your sexual health, you know, getting checked regularly and things of that nature. When you have a new partner, getting checked, but even with your partner, getting checked at least every year to 6 months, things of that nature, you know. When those principles are in any type of a sexual relationship, you're conscious of each other's needs and wants in a moral way. Do you get what I mean? Because no matter if you want to go and sleep with 1 million people, you still have to have those like things in mind for the both of you, mostly for you, but for the both of you, to have a healthy sex life, if that makes sense. Months, things of that nature, you know. Those principles of sexual health, that's that. I mean, it's just the foundation of every type of relationship, of sexual relationship, you know? Mutual pleasure, consent, shared values, honesty, sexual health awareness and action, and non-exploitative. And you know what that means. Like, it shouldn't be like, oh, you're with somebody and then all of a sudden you're doing a do with them and they're like, oh, is it alright if my friend comes in? No, that's exploitative. You didn't agree with that. None of them things there. No, that's not how it works. So yeah, like as per usual, I'm going on, but at least I'm giving you a bit of the knowledge that I know. I've been, you know, I've been assimilating and thinking about, so I'm just giving it to you. You're welcome. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, he just wants to be honest, and that's part of having a healthy sexual life, being honest with the person. That's what Bryce wants to do, and he did it, and Melissa's understood, and that's it. Let's move on. Done. Cam and Sam, Cam realised that he can be a self-saboteur, and so it could be the things that he's doing that hasn't worked out in the past, and he's putting it or infiltrating it into this relationship, and it seems like they're going to try and make a go of it. So let's just see how it goes. Sam was open to try as well, but he was also thinking about her children, and I think that's playing on his mind quite a lot. Guys, I can't remember what I was talking about. All I remember is Sam and Cam. They've made up, so let's just see what happens. But Sam thanked him at the end. Samantha thanks Cameron. I was like, what are you thanking him for, babes? What were you thanking him for? Conversation, or giving you the time, or seeing your value, or what was that for? I didn't get that. As I promised yesterday, I did say I was going to talk a little bit about the penis. So basically, I'll just explain what you have, and then I'll explain what they do, or them things. So you have the shaft, then you have the glans penis. That's basically the head, what people call the head, or if you're circumcised, it's like that mushroom tip on your penis. And then, or if you are uncircumcised, that means you have foreskin. If you pull it back, it still looks like a little bit like a mushroom, if that makes sense. That's the glans penis, basically. Or the shaft connects from the lower belly to the glans penis, and that's the shaft. Within the shaft is what we call the urethra. And yes, I had mentioned urethra yesterday. If you guys were listening, you would have heard that I said, yes, the vagina also has something called the urethra. But with the male sexual organ, it's got a multi-purpose to it, because it doesn't just let out the urine or the urine or the wee-wee. No, it doesn't do that. It also, as a penis-only person, if you do ejaculate, that's where the semen comes out of. It just shoots out just like that. And just on top of that urethra, you have two tubes of sponge-like tingling, and that's what they call the corpus spongiosum. And that is what gets engorged when one gets an erection. It gets engorged with blood, and that blood, like, it takes a whole system to get an erection. The brain needs to tell the body, or the penis, that, yo, you need blood down there? You need blood down there? Because it's the blood that is trapped in the corpus spongiosum. and it's like imagine like a prison bars. It locks the blood into place, and then the penis is like that. You know what I mean? And that takes the brain to communicate to the penis that it wants blood, and then it has to go through your heart. It goes through all these hormonal systems. It goes through everything to get that blood down there. It borrows from all those places to go down there. And that's what creates an erection, basically. And I've said it in the most layperson's term, because you don't need to, well, unless you really want to know the scientifics of the scientifics, then there's books for that, okay? Now, I'm just going to tell you the general so that you can get a gist of how your body's working. All you got to know is that there's different systems in your body that get together when you want to have an erection, but you have to have that mindset. You have to have that desire to actually want to be sexual for you to even have an erection. Then, underneath the shaft, you have the scrotum, and the scrotum basically contains the testicles. The testicles is basically what we call the sperm making / half of a baby making factory. You know, that's where they all reside, those sperms. All just dancing around, just waiting for a chance to make it out of there. Either just out into the world, or maybe in somebody, or in somebody's mouth, who knows. I mean, it doesn't have to be too technical. That's all you need to know. Shaft, head, scrotum, urethra. Shaft, head, scrotum, urethra. Shaft, head, scrotum, urethra. You see, it's like head, shoulders, knees and toes, but it's the ones that we weren't told about. I'm making a song to it now. You know what I mean? I'm joking, I'm being silly. But I thought, I'll just come today and tell you guys about, those that like to do some orals and stuff. At least you now know what you're massaging with your mouth. At least you know. You kind of know, oh, this is the shaft, this is the... You gotta know them things there. You can't just be doing it blindly. We can't. It's been too long that we've been doing things blindly, because we've got all these parts of our bodies, and because of the way society has made sex seem or sound, we don't even know the parts of our bodies, as well as we know our elbows, as well as we know our eyes, as well as we know our shoulders. It's like, some people haven't even looked down there to see what I'm going with them with that. I mean, why shouldn't you not know what's down there with your own body? Why? Just give me one reason why that area should be a secret. You know what I'm saying? So, you're welcome, guys. I'm here to serve and give you the knowledge and education. I'm more than happy to do that for you guys. To just add more to the knowledge bank. Just add more about your own self. It's not about gossip. I'm not gossiping about nobody. No. I'm gossiping about your own bodies to yourselves. I'm gossiping about that. You don't have to thank me. It's my pleasure to want to help as many people as I can, so that they know their bodies. That's it. That's what I want people to know their bodies. And that's it. And however it operates for them, they can operate it in that way, in whatever type of relationship they want to. You know what I mean? Yes, guys, I did tell you I was gonna, this is all about equality here. It's all about equality. I told you about a little bit. I didn't actually mention with the vagina yesterday, the labia majora and labia minora. And just look at it like this. The labia minora is the smaller one that covers your clitoris, it covers the urethra, and it covers the entrance of the vagina entrance. And then to envelop that as well, then you have your labia majora. That encompasses all, depending on the size of yours. Because, guys, the vulva comes in different shapes, different sizes. The same way as a penis. It comes in different shapes, different sizes. Some people's labia majora is protruding. Some people's is very tucked in. But all are very normal. Unfortunately, these days, labiaplasty has become quite a thing. So that's it, guys. I don't know what else to say. I've spoken a lot more than I wanted to, as per usual. But as per usual, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter. Sex and Slay with Asamimua, SECKSNSLAY WITHASAMIMUA, Asamimua. Okay, and then you can find me on Facebook and YouTube, which is Asamimua Beauty. Twitter is Asamimua, and that's me done, guys. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. So guys, I'll see you later. Stay blessed. Take care. All right, bye bye.